Good evening, teachers. It's a very pleasure for me to meet all of you in this Paliputra Sahodaya complex. So I'd like to welcome all teachers, those who have been here. Around 1,200 teachers are here still joining. So I welcome all of you on behalf of Paliputra Sahodaya to this workshop. We have got a beautiful topic today to reflect upon. That is the building blocks of logical reason. The building blocks of logical reason. So we may think what it is, building blocks of logical reasoning. What's the importance of logical reasoning in our lives? Uh, you know, when we think about logical reasoning, it has got a great impact on our lives. Great impact. When we go to the class and when we present a topic, when we are trying to convince our students by giving a beautiful knowledge, wisdom, our experience, we are sharing the things, we are sharing our textbooks, everything. Whenever we share the experience or any topic in the class, it should be logical. It is not that this whatever comes to my brain or whatever comes to my mouth, just I omit it. No, when we keep a topic systematically, when we share our knowledge systematically, it makes a great impact. It makes a great impact. And the students also will be impressed. Yes, my teacher has set the points very clear. I just got a beautiful pattern. And of course, it is authentic, logical. It is authentic, logical. This should come to the minds of students. And it will be a good pattern for students also. Okay, I'm going to write an examination. How to present the answers logically correct. How to present oneself logically correct. How can I think logically? Now we say, no, how can I know that I will die? Man is mortal. When we learn the logical as a subject, logic as a subject, we study the first primary basic concept is that man is mortal. Man is mortal. So we make a statement to prove how the man is mortal. So we say Ram is a human being. Ram is mortal. Krishna is a human being. He is mortal. I am human being. Therefore, I am also mortal. So, we prove. It's called, authentic without any, doubt. The one who hears also will have a beautiful thought that, yes, yes, what he has said or what she has said is exactly this correct. There's no mixing in it. It's no artificiality. This is a logically right. This shows authenticity of the words. It's an authenticity of the words. It is not a simply a say something. So let's see what is building blocks of logical reason. See here, why? Now, a question simply we are giving why. So, problem versus solution. Sorry, problem versus solution. So we have problem here. We need solution. We say in a small way, if there is a problem, there is a solution. If there is a problem, there is a solution. See here, I have written solution, problem, solution. Normally we think about first problem comes, then I'm in search of solution. What comes first? Problem comes first. Normally, in our human attitude, what comes first? Problem comes first. I have this problem, I have that problem, I have this problem. I am fed up of these problems. I am fed up of, I'm confused of these problems. I need a solution. I need a solution. I am disturbed of problems after problems. One word. I am disturbed of problems. In computer, now it's not told us the century now, it is known as techno savvy society. The present society is known as टेक्नो savvy society के नाम पर हम लोग जाना जाते हैं. अभी टेक्नोलॉजी बहुत बड़ा, no, there's a huge revolution in the technology. आज जो है टेक्नोलॉजी में बहुत बड़ा रेवोल्यूशन. तो उसमें एक अगर कोई भी एक अच्छा सिस्टम चलाना चाहते हैं, हम लोग क्या चाहते हैं उसमें एंटीवायरस चाहते हैं. मेरा सिस्टम में एंटीवायरस हो. तो पहले एंटीवायरस नहीं बनाते हैं, पहले क्या बनाते हैं, पहले वायरस बनाते हैं. और इवन नाउ, okay, we now technology is kind of modification they are making. Even though we are making antivirus, on top of that they prepare virus also. Okay, it's happened still. Normally the companies in the beginning they used to prepare virus first, then they used to make the medicine. What is medicine? What is medicine? Antivirus is medicine. Antivirus is medicine. For example, now अभी कोरोना 2020 से कोरोना अभी भी उसके इफेक्ट है सोसाइटी में, and corona has come. So even though the corona has come, we have to think out, कोरोना आने से पहले शायद हमारा वर्ल्ड में कोरोना के लिए जो दवा है या दवा था, शायद हम लोगों को नहीं जानते हैं, शायद हम लोगों को नहीं मालूम है. लेकिन उसका जो सोल्यूशन, अभी जो हमारा वर्ल्ड में जो भी प्रॉब्लम्स है या बीमारी है, उस सभी प्रॉब्लम्स का सोल्यूशन पहले से है, या उस सभी मेडिसिनल थिंग्स आर अवेलेबल हमारा नेचर में, हमारा सराउंडिंग्स में, उसका सोल्यूशन है. लेकिन हम लोगों को मालूम नहीं, we do not know. So we need to search. Therefore I said, wrote here, first solution is there, solution is there, then problem, then solution. So the already made solution, we need to find out what is a solution. The natural solution are there. As somebody has said, we need to be aware about. Yes, of course, we need to be aware about. What is a solution? What is a solution? कोई भी इंसान इस दुनिया में अपने से कुछ भी नहीं बनाए, because we are not the creators. हम लोग क्रिएटर्स नहीं है. हम लोग क्या किए हैं, हम लोग फाइंड आउट किए हैं, हम लोग फाइंड आउट किए हैं. बाकी चलिए, मेरे पास कंप्यूटर है, आपके लोगों के पास, हम सभी के पास कंप्यूटर है. इस कंप्यूटर का कितना सारा चिप्स है या जो भी आइटम्स है पहले से था, हम लोग उसको क्रिएट नहीं किया, हम लोग उसको डिस्कवर किया. डिस्कवरी, वी हैव मेड डिस्कवरी ऑन इट. सो व्हेन वी have some problems in the life, when we have some problems in the life, we need to think only one thing: God has not made a problem first, God has made a solution first. Afterwards God has given us problem in order to find out the solution. Why these problems are there in the life? हमारा लाइफ थ्रिलिंग होना चाहिए. हमारा लाइफ कैसे होना चाहिए? थ्रिलिंग होना चाहिए. जैसे कि आप सोचिए कि मैं 100 मीटर्स रेस के लिए ट्रैक में खड़ा हूं, 100 मीटर्स रेस के लिए मैं ट्रैक में खड़ा हूं, मेरे साथ दौड़ने के लिए कोई नहीं, मेरे साथ दौड़ने के लिए कोई नहीं. क्या उस रेस में थ्रिलिंग है? नो, देयर इज नॉट थ्रिलिंग. इवन कोई देखने के लिए भी तैयार नहीं हो, इवन कोई देखने के लिए भी तैयार नहीं होगा हमारा जो रेस. सभी मालूम होगा, सबको मालूम होगा कि क्या है, एक ही आदमी दौड़ रहे हैं, वही जीत जाएंगे, वही जीत जाएंगे. क्रिकेट मैच इंडिया वर्सेस इंडिया हो या क्रिकेट मैच इंडिया वर्सेस ऑस्ट्रेलिया हो, उसमें ऑडियंस का फर्क हो. there will be lot of audience, number of audience will be different. Indian versus Indians, I don't think will be that many audience will be there like India versus Pakistan or Australia. अगर उस एक 100 मीटर्स रेस में मेरे साथ 10, 15, 50, 100 आदमी हो, उसमें बहुत मजा आता है, उसमें बहुत मजा आता है. मुझको भी, जो देखने वाले उनको, और जो भी पार्टिसिपेट करेंगे उनको भी. See, so problems are the thrilling ones. Problems are not just problems. Problems are the molding items in our life. You know, problems हमारा लाइफ को मोल्ड करें. smartness to smartness, smartness to smartest one. To make, you know, it's beautiful, it will make beautiful, it will make our life beautiful, interesting, and, you know, advanced. अगर कोरोना अगर नहीं आए होते, हमारा 90% टीचर्स को भी शायद कंप्यूटर्स के बारे में जानकारी नहीं होता. I hope you will accept it. I hope you will accept it. You know, the corona came, we faced a lot of problems. We had to take classes through mobile, I mean computer. We had to learn, you know, computer. See here, so solution, problem, solution. That makes, you know, confidence that I or we will find out determination. We will find out the determination. We will find out the determination. So let us see what is logic. Logic describes something that comes from clear reasoning. Clear reasoning. Man is known as a reasoning animal, or we can say rational animal. What is rational? The one who is having thinking capacity, reasoning capacity. Man is known as rational animal. We are not, you know, forced animal something. We are rational animal. We are also into the category of animal, but we have rational thinking, reasoning we have. What is right? What is wrong? What is right? What is wrong? What is good? What is evil? What is good? What is evil? हम लोग जेनेसिस में एक कहानी पढ़े होंगे. गॉड एडम और ईव को क्रिएट किया, सिंबल से एक गलती किया उन्होंने. छोटी सी गलती है लेकिन बहुत बड़ा गलती है. यह है कि जिस फल को नहीं खाना चाहिए था उस फल को खा लिया. Disobedience. Disobedience. Symbol, but it's a great mistake. You know, disobedience where we see normally in the schools. We think बच्चा 5 साल का है, थोड़ा सा disobedient तो करेंगे तो क्या होगा. No, थोड़ा सा आज करेंगे कल बहुत बड़ा करेंगे. So, you know, in the school we need to teach them logically, reasonably. If you do this, you will get this. For example, you know, we say to students, आपको पढ़ना है. You have to study. You have to study. You have to study. 10 times you say, they will not understand what's the importance of study. कभी बच्चे को समझ में नहीं आएगा क्यों पढ़ रहे हैं हम इसको, क्यों पढ़ना है. सिंबल से कुछ इंटरेस्टिंग फैक्ट बता दिए. आपको परीक्षा में पास होना है, आपका अच्छा नौकरी मिलना है, आपका पापा इस नौकरी में है, आपका माँ इस नौकरी में है. आप समाज को देखिए, इस आदमी इस जॉब कर रहा है, आईएएस आईपीएस. एक इंटरेस्टिंग फैक्ट उसका अंदर डालना है जिसको वो अटमेर हो सके, जिससे वो अटमेर हो सके. उसको एक सेकेंडरी है जॉब, पढ़ाई में सेकेंडरी है. हम लोग जो स्कूल में आ रहे हैं पढ़ रहे हैं जॉब के लिए नहीं पढ़ रहे हैं. हम लोग लाइवलीहुड के लिए नहीं पढ़ रहे हैं, लाइफ स्किल के लिए पढ़ रहे हैं. We are studying for life skill, not for livelihood skill. But still, we need to put into the mind of students. जैसे हम लोग बचपन में हम लोग जब खाना नहीं खाते थे शाम को या रात को, मम्मी कहते थे अभी एक आदमी उधर से एक बोरा लेकर आएंगे, जो बच्चे शाम को नहीं खाते हैं उन बच्चों को पकड़ेंगे, अपना बोरा में डालेंगे और लेकर चलेंगे. एक डर, not insisting, one kind of fear, डर पैदा नहीं कर रहा है. Still, a kind of, sudden feelings are putting into the mind. Sudden feelings are put into the mind through which a positive result is expected. Through which a positive result is expected. What is expected positive result? We eat food. So the adjective logical is rooted in the Greek word logos. Logical word logical has come from the word logos, which means reason, idea, or word. So calling something logical means it is based on reason and sound ideas. In other words, thought out with mathematical precision and removed from emotions. Why it is said, mathematical and, emotions. हम लोग क्लास में जाएंगे, मैं एक टीचर बच्चों को बहुत प्यार करते हैं, बहुत इमोशन है, मुझको बहुत इमोशन है बच्चों के साथ। तो एक बच्चे ने एग्जाम में लिखा 1 + 5 = 7। 1 + 5 = 7 उन्होंने लिखा। मैं उस बच्चे को बहुत प्यार करता हूं, उस बच्चे को बहुत प्यार करता हूं, क्या मैं मार्क्स देंगे? नहीं देंगे। इट्स कॉल्ड मैथमेटिक्स, इट्स कॉल्ड मैथमेटिक्स। मैं ये लिख रहा हूं एप्पल, APPLI, एप्पल स्पेलिंग मैंने लिखा हूं APPLE के जगह पे आई लिखा हूं। थोड़ा सा मेरा मन चेंज हो जाता है, अब कोई बात नहीं, ई के जगह पे आई अचानक हो गया होगा, तो मैं कम से कम अगर 1 मार्क्स से क्वेश्चन 1 मार्क्स भी ना दे, कम से कम हाफ मार्क्स में देता हूं। कभी कभी अंडरलाइन करके 1 मार्क्स का जगह पे 1 मार्क्स भी मैं दे देता हूं। थॉट, ये इमोशनल थॉट, ये मैथमेटिकल थॉट। Maths, therefore we say 2 types of subjects we teach in the class. एक stubborn subjects I say, stubborn subjects. One flexible subjects. Flexible we can say language, social science. Stubborn subjects we say science, maths. Speed of light. Speed of light cannot be changed. Value of pi cannot be changed. Circle does not have sides, does not change. Triangle has got 3 sides, does not change. It is fixed. It is fixed. An example of logical is deducing that 2 truths imply a third truth. For example, of logic is processing of coming to the conclusion of what stole a cookie based on who was in the room at that time. For example, a cookie was stolen. Okay, हम लोग कभी कभी देखते हैं ना कि बच्चे कहते हैं कि बच्चे पीटी के लिए चले गया और जब वापस आया तो एक बच्चे टीचर को कहा, सर मेरा पेन नहीं देखे, मेरा I lost my pen, somebody has taken out my pen. तो टीचर एक कोशिश करेंगे पता करने के लिए, जब बच्चे पीटी के लिए गया कौन क्लास में सबसे पहले आया, आने के बाद कितना मिनट्स के बाद दूसरा बच्चा आया, एक क्वेरी। सेकंड, क्या कोई बच्चा बीच में क्लास आया है कि नहीं, उसी क्लास के बच्चे भी हो सकते हैं या दूसरा क्लास का बच्चे भी हो सकते हैं। मान के चलिए कि एक बच्चा बीच में क्लास में आ गया, तो सभी बच्चे यही सोचेंगे जो बच्चे बीच में क्लास में आया वही बच्चा जिसका पेन चोरी हो गया, तो उसका पेन इन्होंने लिया हो। And that can be, I'm not saying it will be or it may not be, there's possibilities, probabilities. These are the probabilities, so that probabilities can prove, that's called logically proving. Logically proving. How? Further verifications have to be done. उस बच्चा बीच में एक बच्चा वापस क्लासरूम में आ गया, उस बच्चे का बैग चेक करेंगे, बॉडी चेक करेंगे, और सीसी कैमरा हो तो सीसी कैमरा में चेक करेंगे, और ये चेक करेंगे उस उस बच्चे के बैग के पास गया और कुछ निकालने के लिए कोशिश किया या निकालने के लिए सामने खड़े हैं, किसी ने देखा या सीसी कैमरा में देखा, तो प्रूव्ड है लॉजिकली। वी कैन से नो इट इज proof means I need something proof before I blame something. Therefore I said, एक लॉजिकल स्टेटमेंट मैंने बताया, राम और कृष्ण अगर ह्यूमन बीइंग हो, उसका अगर वो मॉर्टल हो तो शिबू जो मैं हूं, मैं भी एक ह्यूमन बीइंग है, मैं भी एक मॉर्टल। सो व्हाट आर द बेसिक प्रिंसिपल्स ऑफ लॉजिक? Laws of thought. Dear teachers, I would like to remind you one more thing, which I told you in the beginning. This is logical thinking or logical, reasoning. Very, very important. Again, I'm insisting you, whenever we take a class in the classroom. Otherwise, students will think teacher has not prepared. Teacher has not prepared. There can be a misconception in the mind of students. Laws of thought, traditionally, the three fundamental laws of logic: the laws of contradiction, the laws of excluded middle, or third, the principle of identity. The three laws can be stated symbolically as follows. Okay, so a logical person uses precise language so that his listener knows exactly what he is talking about and can adequately evaluate the truth of the claim. If he refers to more complex terms such as freedom or equality, he makes sure to establish his particular understanding of those terms. Give a summarized way of statements. It is not that when somebody is asking how to reach Patna, I am from Darbhanga, मैं दरभंगा से अभी क्लास ले रहा हूँ और अगर मुझको पटना में जाना है और मुझको मालूम है कैसे जाना है, ये सिंबल से है. अब दरभंगा बस स्टैंड में जाइए और पटना के लिए बस लीजिए, आप पटना पहुंच जाएंगे. सिंबल सिंबल. तो मैं कह सकता हूं आप अपना घर से निकलिए, ऑटो है कि नहीं देखिए, वहां से दरभंगा पहुंच जाइए. दरभंगा पहुंचने के बाद आपको बहुत सारा बस 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 को देखने मिलेगा, उसमें आप किसी से पता कीजिए पटना बस है कि नहीं और कंफर्म कीजिए और उसमें बैठिए. मीन्स नो, एक छोटी सी बात को अगर लंबा चौड़ा से खींचते रहेंगे, द वन हु लिसन्स will get boring, will feel boring. So when we are in the class also, it has to be in our conscious, the topic that I teach, write in the board systematically. कभी कभी हम लोग क्या करते हैं, सिस्टमैटिकली हम लोग नहीं लिख पाते हैं. एक टीचर मान के चलिए, एक टीचर कुछ टॉपिक पढ़ा रहा है. फिजिक्स में एक टॉपिक है, कॉन्ट्रडिक्शन बिटवीन और द डिफरेंसेस बिटवीन कॉनकेव लेंस एंड कॉन्वेक्स लेंस. फिजिक्स में 6th 7th क्लास में टीचर्स बच्चों को पढ़ाते हैं कॉन्वेक्स और कॉनकेव लेंस का डिफरेंसेस क्या. तो कभी टीचर्स कभी कभी हम लोग लिखते हैं क्या, कॉन्वेक्स लेंस एक साइड में लिखा, फिर बोर्ड का दूसरा साइड में कॉनकेव लिखा, फिर उसका पॉइंट्स इधर इधर उधर इधर इधर उधर. मतलब इट्स लाइक ए खिचड़ी. व्हाटएवर वी राइट इज समथिंग लाइक खिचड़ी, नेदर हियर नॉर देयर. हम लोग जब करेंगे, जब लिखेंगे, एक साइड से शुरू करना है. और हम लोग टफ वर्ड्स को लिखेंगे, एक साइड में टफ वर्ड्स लिखिए. कॉनकेव लेंस क्या है और हेडिंग लिखिए, एंड बिलो दैट जस्ट कीप राइटिंग अबाउट कॉनकेव लेंस. Then you write about convex lens. Then you write the similarities of convex lens and concave lens center of the board. Then right side of the board differences you write. It will show an exact idea about even not only speaking. कभी हम लोग बोलने में, पढ़ाने में थोड़ा सा लॉजिकली पैटर्न होता है. Why there is a pattern? Because it is logically written in the textbook. The matter is written in the textbook logically. So we may say, but when we write in the board also, it has to be logically perfect. तो जब हम लोग एक टॉपिक खत्म करेंगे, that time we will have enough material to revise the same topic to the students. दोबारा लिखने की जरूरत नहीं पड़ेगा, दोबारा कुछ कहने की जरूरत नहीं पड़ेगा. सिंपल से कह सकते हैं, students kindly look at the board and check it out. These points are, these points are correct or not. That's what. So even some of the teachers were saying about map pointing and other things. Of course, in everything. So properly suppose we teach and give to the students, even it goes to the muscle memory of students. So आप लोग मालूम होगा muscle memory क्या है, क्योंकि हम लोग by heart करते हैं, that goes to your muscle memory. If once it goes to the muscle memory, it's quite tough to change it. Quite tough to change it. हमारा जो मसल मेमोरी, जो कुछ हमारा मसल मेमोरी में चला जाता है, that's quite tough to change. So it gradually by looking into this kind of systematically or logical writing pattern also, it goes to the memory of students, and students also gradually practice to write like this. That's what it happens. So logic is important because it influences every decision we make in our lives. Logical thinking allows us to learn and make decisions that will affect our lifestyle. If no one thought logically, we would all be running around like chicken with our heads cut off, and nothing would make any sense. suppose somebody is running, all are running. एक chicken run कर रहा है और hen is running, all chickens are following behind. That's supposed not to be. अगर मैं कुछ action कर रहा हूँ, or if I suppose I speak something, I should think why do I speak, or I should think whether my action is correct or not. It should be my action is right or wrong, my thoughts are right or wrong, my words are right or wrong. It should be it should have comparison. It should be comparison. It's not just simply I take an action. No, because I am a teacher. The one who teaches what I am trying to teach. I have taken a sudden decision. मैं suddenly एक decision लिया हूँ, लेकिन decision गलत हो गया. Then what the students will think? What the students will think? For example, कभी हम लोग क्लास में क्या होता है कि हम लोग वरांडा में चलते हैं, एक क्लास में थोड़ा सा एक दो बच्चे हल्लाते हैं, आवाज, they shouted a lot. So when teacher entered into the class, teacher has not seen who has made a noise and who made a noise. Some child told he made the noise. Suddenly he made the noise. Teacher क्या करते हैं, तुरंत उसके पास जाते हैं, पढ़ दो तीन थप्पड़ देते. No, verify it. अगर हम लोग अपने आंखों से नहीं देखे, don't judge. Don't judge. Find out solution. Find out evidence. Find out proofs. It may take 1 or 2 days. It may take 1 or 2 days. मैं एक एग्जाम्पल बताना चाहता हूँ. लास्ट मतलब ट्यूसडे एक बच्चे ने एक गलती किया. आज टुडे इज सैटरडे, उनको पनिशमेंट मैंने आज दी. गलती किया ट्यूसडे को. मैं उनसे एक भी शब्द मैंने उनसे नहीं पूछा कि आपने गलती किया कि नहीं किया, कुछ भी नहीं पूछा. मैंने टीचर्स को बताया, एविडेंस जमा कीजिए. मैंने बच्चों को कोई सीरियस मिस्टेक था उनका, तो मैंने बाकी बच्चों से पूछा, एविडेंस मुझको चाहिए था. सभी एविडेंस मैंने जमा किया. मैंने बच्चों को बुलाया, तो मैंने उनको कहा, बाबू आपने ऐसे ऐसे गलती की, इसलिए आप इस सजा आपको मिलना चाहिए. तो बच्चे 100% एक्सेप्ट किया और उनके पास कुछ भी जवाब नहीं था. It may be late, but take the proper decision. Now, if suppose somebody says that principal has made a mistake, it is not good for the institute. Principal is also a human being, can make mistake, but still try to, or don't make. Suppose class teacher is an ideal person. सभी बच्चों के लिए 40 बच्चे जो क्लास में बैठेंगे, उन सभी 40 बच्चों के लिए क्लास टीचर एक मॉडल आदमी है. उनके लिए स्कूल का प्रिंसिपल सबसे बड़ा नहीं है, क्लास टीचर सबसे बड़ा है. सभी एक क्लास का एक 40 बच्चे, उनके लिए प्रिंसिपल सबसे बड़ा नहीं है, उनके लिए क्लास टीचर सबसे बड़ा है. So that we need to understand. We need to understand that, yes. We need to understand, yes. Class teacher's role we need to understand. Role of class teacher we need to understand. If you are not understand this role, and if suppose we take wrong decision, then we will have a problem. So, the decision what we take is very important. Very important. Therefore, I insisted logical. It is not that advocates need logical, perfection in logic. No, not that only advocate is going to the courts. एक जज जो कोर्ट में बैठा हुआ जो जज एक दिन कितना केस जजमेंट करेंगे? मे बी 5, मे बी 10. एक टीचर एक दिन में कितना problem solutions are finding it out. One teacher maybe minimum 50, sometimes even 100. More than 100 problem solutions are found out by one single teacher. एक टीचर हर दिन कम से कम 160 बच्चों से डील करेंगे, कम से कम. कम से कम 160 से लेकर 200 बच्चों को एक टीचर एक दिन डील करेंगे। उन 200 बच्चों को अलग अलग प्रॉब्लम्स है, एंड वी आर फाइंडिंग आउट द सॉल्यूशन। तो समाज में एक जुडिशियरी जो जज, चाहे सुप्रीम कोर्ट का जज हो, उनसे भी ज्यादा केसेस शायद हम लोग टीचर्स डील करते होंगे। Yes, somebody is saying, Manju Singh was saying, patience. We should have patience. Yes, it is. We need to have patience. You know, this patience we should have. We need to, think. Then we take sudden action. We need to take sometimes sudden action. If you see, and we can take it properly. The process of thinking about something in logical way in order to form a conclusion or judgment. The ability of the mind to think and understand things in logical way. See the full definition for reasoning in the English language learners dictionary, more from Merriam-Webster or reasoning. It's an example just I mentioned about. So how far we are finding out the proper reasonings, how far we are doing. The ability of the mind to think and understand things logical way, a proper logical way. Just it is not that just somebody is saying somebody. Comparison. कभी कभी मेरे कुछ सीरियस प्रॉब्लम्स होंगे तो मैं भी सीखना चाहता हूँ टीचर से, सभी टीचर से। तो मैं कभी कभी मेरा ऑफिस में प्रॉब्लम्स को लेकर आता हूँ। कोई टीचर हो तो मैंने उसको टीचर को बुलाता हूँ और 2-3 टीचर्स को मैं बुलाता हूँ जो सीरियस प्रॉब्लम है, मैं टीचर्स को बताता हूँ, आप इसका सोल्यूशन फाइंड आउट कीजिए, आपकी जिम्मेदारी है, आप सोल्यूशन फाइंड आउट कीजिए। और कभी कभी कुछ प्रॉब्लम्स जैसे कभी मेरे पास टाइम नहीं रहता या थोड़ा सा मुझको ऐसा लगता है कि मुझसे प्रॉब्लम डील नहीं होगा, तो मेरा एक डायरेक्ट सर है, तो मैं सर के पास भेजता हूँ। सिर्फ भेजता हूँ नहीं, मैं साथ बैठता हूँ। I go and sit. I understand how my superior is taking decision on this particular problem. How my superior is taking decision on this particular problem. I try to find it out. I try to learn. Then when I will have some next problem, so I will easily find out from the reference. So logical or reasoning, it can be referred. A small example I would like to give you. The premise every A is B. Kindly, it is little bit twisting one to understand. Could be followed by another premise. This is C, is A. It's purely logical. I don't know how far is able to understand. It's purely logical, I'm saying. Those statements would lead to the conclusion this C is B. Syllogism are considered a good way to test deductive reasoning to make sure argument is valid. For example, all men are mortal. Herald is a man, so he is also mortal. So we say, deductive method and inductive method. Logical reason can be particular to general or general to particular. Okay, logical reason has two concepts. One from particular to general or general to particular. So, deductive and inductive methods. So, if suppose I say every A is B, this is C is A. So, therefore, C is B. That's why it is written, all men are mortal, is a man. So, if he is a man, surely he is a mortal. See here, methods, deductive, inductive or abductive approaches. 3 approaches. Okay, it's a 4 written, it's a 3 approaches. Sorry, 4 approaches and metaphoric inference. 4 approaches: deductive, inductive, abductive approach and metaphoric inference. What is deductive reason? Deductive reasoning is the process of drawing a conclusion based on the premises that are generally assumed to be true. This is fact, that is fact, this is right, that is right. Also called deductive logic. This act uses a logical premise to reach a logical conclusion. Deductive reasoning is often referred to as top-down reasoning. Top to down, general to particular. That's called deductive. So example, all men are mortal. Herald is a man, therefore Herald is mortal. For deductive reasoning to be sound, the hypothesis must be correct. Suppose एक आम है, एक आम है, हिंदी इन आम लेंगड़ा, एक आम झारखंड में अगर कोई टीचर्स अगर झारखंड से है या झारखंड जमशेदपुर सहोदय से अगर कोई टीचर्स वॉच कर रहे हैं तो वहां पे हम लोग एक फैमिलियर एकदम टेस्टी, वहां पे जो सबसे ज्यादा टेस्टी आम है लेंगड़ा, राउंड टाइप मैंगो के लेंगड़ा. सो ऐसा मैंगो हिंदी में एक शब्द है लेंगड़ा मीन्स हैंडीकैप, फिजिकली चैलेंज्ड, फिजिकली चैलेंज्ड. तो उस शब्दों को हम लोग प्ले करते हैं, हम लोग उस शब्दों को प्ले करते हैं. लेंगड़ा एक आम है, लेंगड़ा एक आम है, रामू लेंगड़ा है, therefore रामू आम है. That is wrong. Play game. We are playing with with the similar words, with the similar words. As I said, same word. One mango's name is Lingda, and physically challenged person also is called in Hindi Lingda. So we cannot compare this both. Okay, so sometimes such kind of words can be similar, but those logical reasonings are not the proper logical reasoning. So that we need to understand whether it is right concepts I'm using or not. So when it comes to inductive method reasoning, inductive reasoning is a method of reasoning in which the premises are viewed as a supplying some evidence but not full assurance for the truth of conclusion. It is also described as a method where one's experiences and observations, including what are learned from others, are synthesized to come up with the general truth. See here, there's a conclusion. There's a conclusion, but it does not mean just full just evidences I have. I have only probabilities. I have guessings. With those guessings, simply I cannot come to the assurance, full assurance, full assurance. I cannot come. जैसे एक मैंने छोटा सा एक एग्जाम्पल बताया था, एक बच्चा पीटी पीरियड में बीच में क्लास में आ गया, उसका मतलब ये नहीं कि उसी बच्चे ने दूसरे बच्चे को सामान को चोरी किया. No, I cannot make with one evidence. He came, लेकिन that evidence, that example is not relevant. It can be one among the evidences of assumption. One among the evidences of assumption it can be. It is not the 100% evidence. शायद बच्चा उस क्लास में आया होगा, अपना जगह पे आके अपना जो वाटर बोतल लेके वापस ग्राउंड चले गया होगा. कैन बी. जो जिस बच्चे ने क्लेम किया आई लॉस्ट माय पेन, उस बच्चे का बैग्स और बॉडी चेक कर रहा है. कभी कभी हम लोग क्या करते हैं कि मैं कभी कभी ऐसे करता हूँ, मेरा चश्मा है, मैं चश्मा कभी कभी पॉकेट में डाल देता हूँ, उसके बाद मैं इधर उधर चेक कर लेता हूँ. कभी कभी आंख में ही हो जाता है, यहाँ पे मैं देखता हूँ, फिर भी मैं सोचता मेरा चश्मा कहाँ पे है, मेरा चश्मा कहाँ है, चश्मा किसके पास है, मेरे पास है, फिर भी मैं ढूंढता हूँ, फिर भी मैं ढूंढता हूँ. So it can happen. So don't come to the full assurance unless we have proper proofs. An example of inductive logic is the coin I pulled from the bag is penny. Therefore, all the coins in the bag are pennies. Even if all the premises are true in a statement, inductive reason allows for the conclusion to be false. Here, as example, Herald is a grandfather. See, for example, मैंने अपना पॉकेट से कोई पैसा निकाल दिया, शायद मेरे पास ही पैसा हो सकता है, right? So it is of 20 rupees. मैंने अपने निकाल दिया 20 rupees. तो जो मेरे पास बैठते हैं वो क्या सोचते हैं, मेरे पास कितना सारा नोट्स है, सभी 20 rupees का है. फिर मैं निकाल रहा हूं, मेरे पास 500 rupees का नोट है. There's a difference. There's a difference. So suppose Suppose again if I try to take it out, it may be different notes, right? So don't assume with one attempt. Don't assume with one attempt. Keep attempting. Keep collecting evidence. Keep collecting evidence. Objective reasoning allows inferring as an explanation of, as a result of this inference. Abduction allows the production precondition to be abduced from the consequence. Deductive reasoning and abducting reasoning thus differ in direction which a rule like entails is used for inference. This is called, deductive reasoning, or we can say abductive reasoning. We take it. Then what is metaphoric inference? Inferences are steps in reasoning moving from premises to logical consequences. Etymologically, the word infer means to carry forward. यहाँ से हम लोग carry forward करेंगे. एक reason, एक evidence मिलेंगे, एक बात हम लोग be connected. For example, French Revolution took this day, and after that this person has come, then this group of people came from there to here. One by one we connect it. It's like day wise we connect it, one after another, carry forward. Deduction is inference deriving logical conclusion from premises known or assumed to be true, with the laws of valid inference being studied in logic. And beautifully, suppose somebody is interested in philosophy. अगर कोई philosophy पढ़ेंगे तो I think जरूर philosophy में एक paper है logic. Suppose anybody goes, even the teachers study a paper logical reasoning. Even is one among the topics of B.Ed course. Why they kept this topic in B.Ed course? Because a teacher has to have logical reasoning. The teacher has to have the logical reasoning, without which we cannot judge. अभी एग्जाम चल रहा है, सभी स्कूल में एग्जाम्स होंगे. आई थिंक बोर्ड एग्जाम चल रहे हैं. कभी हम लोग बोर्ड एग्जाम का पेपर इवैल्यूएशन के लिए जाएंगे. कभी हम लोग, जैसे मैं हेड इवैल्यूएटर था, या कभी हम लोग वर्कशॉप्स लेने जाते हैं, जो उस समय कभी क्वेश्चंस आते हैं. सर, कभी ऐसे लगते हैं बच्चों को 100 आउट ऑफ 100 लैंग्वेज में देना चाहिए. 100 आउट ऑफ 100 बच्चों को लैंग्वेज में देना चाहिए, लेकिन कहीं ना कहीं हम लोग कट करते हैं. वही अगर बच्चे ने परफेक्टली लिखे हैं, आप अपना रीजनिंग से, लॉजिकल रीजन से आप सोचिए कि उस बच्चे ने 100 आउट ऑफ 100 देना है कि नहीं. अगर कोई भी सब्जेक्ट में, अगर मैथ्स में भी स्टेप बाय स्टेप हम लोग इवैल्यूएट करते हैं पेपर्स, अगर एक स्टेप में अगर आप हल्का से गलती, मिस्टेक, वी फाइंड सम मिस्टेक, इन दैट केस वी नीड टू थिंक. Don't do injustice to the child. Don't do injustice to the child. Morally, the child will be depressed. Suppose the child is writing well, unwantedly we cut the marks. Child will be depressed. I not in the exam well, but my teacher has not given me mark. Maybe in the board exam, maybe in the school-based examinations. So this kind of things we need to, check it out. We need to check it out. Inference example. Inference is used observation and background to reach a logical conclusion. You probably practice inference every day. For example, you see someone eating a new food and he or she makes a face. Then you infer she or he does not like it. Or if someone slams a door, you can infer that she is upset about something. कभी हम लोग क्या करते हैं कि डोर जो है जस्ट बी शट. व्हाट आई वांट टू शो, आई एम एंग्री. कभी हम लोग सुनते हैं कि जो होटल्स में हम लोग जाते हैं, होटल्स में कुछ लोग बोलते हैं इस होटल में इस डिश अच्छा है, इस डिश अच्छा है. हम लोग जाते हैं, डिश खा लेते हैं, उसके बाद कभी डिश अच्छा नहीं होता. राइट. एंड समटाइम्स वी हाइड आवरसेल्व्स. कभी हम लोग एक गेस्ट बनकर किसी घर पे गया, उन्होंने हम लोग को खाना दिया, शायद हम लोग खाना अच्छा नहीं लगा, फिर भी हम लोग खाना बहुत अच्छा है. And sometimes the moment we put into the mouth, our expression comes. But expression comes in the face. What I want, what I want. हम लोग सिर्फ इतना नहीं है, बहुत बड़ा ही होता है जब हम लोग क्लास में क्लास लेते हैं. Whenever we take class in the classroom, observe the student's face expression. This is very necessary. Each and every sentence, after the completion of each and every sentence, we should have observation to the student's face, whether students are happy about my teaching or not. Expression, inference, observation. I should see whether the child likes it or not. हम लोग क्या करते हैं, हम लोग किताब में ध्यान देते हैं, बोर्ड में ध्यान देते हैं, बेल हो गया निकल गया, बस खत्म. No, each and every sentence we write in the board, we should look backward. We should look the students, whether students are attentive in the class or not, whether students are copying the notes or not, or they are cutting the zero and playing or doing something else. Or I am writing English, the students are completing the maths homework. Or I am teaching, maybe statistics I am teaching. Students are not bothered because statistics in economics, it seems to be a little tough. So students are avoiding, their face changes, their mind may be somewhere else. So these inductive and deductive reasonings that we need to know for specific instances into generalized conclusion. Specific to general conclusion. No, from is inductive reasoning moves from specific to generalization. Deductive moves from general to particular. So, this same mortal, if I take, Herald is a man, particular to general. All men are mortal, general to particular. One particular to general, general to particular. All men, general. Herald is a man, men in group, general. See, this is what, you keep in mind, inductive means from specific to general, deductive means from general to a principle, particular. So the difference, biggest difference between deductive and inductive reasoning is that deductive reasoning starts with statement or hypothesis, guessing, and then test to see if it is true through observation, where inductive reasoning starts with observation and moves background towards generalization and theories. See here, inductive and deductive reasoning, observation or experiment or generalization or paradigms or theory or prediction or experiment, it is interconnected. So you see here, deductive reasoning, general, principle or specific case. So general to special or special to general. See here, deductive and inductive. Theory, hypothesis, observation, confirmation. Theory, hypothesis, pattern, observation. Aristotle and Sherlock. The kind of theories we are making. Theory, hypothesis, here observation, their pattern. Here confirmation, their observation. See, it's a kind of chain. It is kind of chain that it goes. See here, deductive and inductive. In the logical, why I insisted on deductive and inductive, mainly the logical reasons are of this one. Mainly when we talk about logical, deductive and inductive patterns are used. I start with theory, I start with data. I confirm hypothesis, I infer conclusion from data. I tend to do quantitative research, I tend to do qualitative research. So inductive means qualitative research. Okay, deductive or inductive, see here, I just told theory, hypothesis, observation, confirmation, observation, pattern, tentative hypothesis, theory. See here, tentative hypothesis. So what is logical reasoning when we talk about in another way? Logical reasoning means using systematic steps to arrive at a conclusion. I have lot of problems, lot of things, but my conclusion is a solution. Solution is a conclusion. Solution is a conclusion that has to be systematic. That has to be systematic. Write systematically, speak systematically. If I want to do this both, I have to think systematically. I have to think systematically. तो हम लोग एक गेम है चेस. when we play chess, we think अगर elephant यहाँ से वहां पे जाएंगे उसका रिजल्ट क्या होगा, यहाँ से वहां पे जाएंगे तो क्या रिजल्ट होगा, if I move minister, what will happen, if I keep this in the same place, what will happen, another person, what will change. These are the tricks, we think at that. It is not that think after the action, no, it's not that think after the action. Before action we should think, otherwise we may regret. So logical reasoning and education, logical reasoning starts to make shape after the practical attempts at solving problems to nurture their dignity and help them develop their logical reasoning skill. Parents and teachers should teach the children to use their memory reserve. Memory and reasoning go hand in hand when it comes to solve problems. Comes to solve problems. See here, C cubes I have mentioned. For logical reasoning in education, we need to, sometimes we go to the class and simply teach. No. First, we need to connect the students. We need to connect the students, then convey. First, it's not that let me start. No. Convey means, what is conveying? My topic I am conveying, right? So when I need to convey my topic as a teacher in social science, and as a teacher in mathematics, as a teacher in physics, as a teacher in English, what I need to convey? I need to convey my subject. Before I convey, I need to make connection. For example, मैंने fan लगाया यहाँ पे fan लगाया, मैंने switch लगाया, I kept the switch and put it on. Fan is not functioning. Why? There is no connection between fan and switch. There is no connection between fan and switch, right? How to make connection? With wire, electric wire, I need to make connection, right? So after connection, then I put it on, electricity will pass, then I get result. Result is what? Fan functions, I get wind. This is called, that's called keeping it systematic. So in a curriculum, systematic plan, action, problem and solution, guidance, activities, simple explanations. Systematic plan, making lesson plan, actions and making actions, problem and solution. Suppose students ask some problems, what will be the solutions, and how to guide, how to conduct some activities based on the topic properly, and simple explanations. There's a proverb, if you can explain simply, that means you have understood. If you are not able to explain easy way, that means you have not understood. कभी हम लोग क्या बोलते हैं बच्चों को? बच्चे को कुछ भी समझ में नहीं आता. Why? Because teacher does not know. अगर टीचर एक टॉपिक को अगर बहुत आसानी तरीके से अगर पढ़ा सकते हैं, then students will understand. उस आसान तरीके से पढ़ाने के लिए टीचर्स के पास अच्छा नॉलेज होना चाहिए, एक सिंपल मेथोडोलॉजी होना चाहिए, प्रॉपर पेडागोजी होना चाहिए, स्टूडेंट्स के साथ अच्छा अप्रोच होना चाहिए, एक रैपो होना चाहिए. Then we can teach the content very easily. Therefore I said, if you cannot teach the content simply, easily, that means you have not understood. If you can teach perfectly, easily, simply, that means you understood the topic. It's not the problem of students, it's a problem of mind. I'm saying, if you cannot explain easily, that means you have not aware about the matter. So teaching should be logically true. Preparation leads to better knowledge. Present with confidence. कभी हम लोग मूवीज में देखते होंगे या कोर्ट्स में देखते होंगे, जो एडवोकेट्स जो लीगल पॉइंट्स रखते हैं जज के पास, परफेक्टली विद 100% कॉन्फिडेंस के साथ रखते हैं. दैट इज व्हाट वी आल्सो नीड टू प्रेजेंट आवर कंटेंट इन फ्रंट ऑफ द स्टूडेंट्स. So suppose I say systematically true with a proper knowledge, and that knowledge present in perfect in a confidence way. I am saying it and it is right. And it is the only right. You will have to put into your mind. That will help you. That you put into the mind. No, no, perfect confidently. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. As I can say, without logical reasoning, we cannot teach a content perfectly. We cannot think of a content perfectly. That is what. So, without logical reasoning, without logical presentation, it is not possible to teach any content systematically. So, with this, I like to say thanks to our Parliputra Sahodaya for giving me an opportunity to share my views on logical reasoning. So, dear teachers, I hope that you might have understood the importance of the building blocks of logical reasoning, the topic that we have. So once again, I thank every teacher, those who have been around 2000 teachers are present. So I thank everybody for being attentive to this session on behalf of Parliputra Sahodaya. And I thank the President, Dr. Rajiv Sir, and all executive members of Parliputra Sahodaya for giving me a chance to share my views on logical reasoning. So I thank one and all for being with this workshop. Thank you. Thank you very much.